What if I told you that amidst the hustle and bustle of a typical night at the rink, the Toronto Maple Leafs didn't just secure a victory, but potentially shifted the entire trajectory of their season? Imagine the electric atmosphere as Marner's overtime goal didn't merely seal a win, but could very well be the pivotal moment that distinguishes yet another year of disappointment from a chance at historic redemption. In the world of sports, the fine line between triumph and despair often goes unnoticed, hidden within the intricate details of the game. On that fateful night, the clash between the Leafs and the Canadiens was laden with unspoken tension. Toronto, riding a wave of victories, was determined to solidify its reputation as a team ready to break free from the chains of past failures. Meanwhile, Montreal was embroiled in its own drama, desperately fighting to keep its season alive. The result? A nail-biting contest that, despite ending in a mere 1-0 scoreline, spoke volumes about the heart and soul of both teams. For a grueling 60 minutes, the Toronto Maple Leafs dominated the ice, dictating the pace and controlling the flow of the game. Their offense operated like a well-oiled machine, forcing the Canadiens into a defensive posture. On the flip side, Montreal's mission was clear: survive at all costs. They fought valiantly, with every muscle and every spectacular save from their goaltender, but ultimately, there was no escape from the relentless pressure. As the clock wound down and the prospect of a shootout loomed, Marner emerged as the hero. Receiving a pass from William Nylander, he took a moment to gather himself before executing a shot that was as precise as it was beautiful, finding the back of the net with the finesse of an artist completing a masterpiece. For the statistics, it was just another win, but for the fans clad in blue and white, it was a powerful reminder that this team might finally be learning how to win the games they once let slip through their fingers. If you're a fan who feels every victory as a sigh of relief and every defeat as a fresh wound, you're in the right place. Here, every play is history, every rumor is dissected, and every piece of news is analyzed as if it were a crucial puzzle piece in the ongoing saga of this franchise, which has been searching for its next championship since 1967. So, hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, and let me know. Did you feel that Marner's goal was more than just a goal? But the story didn't end there. While the jubilant celebrations unfolded in Toronto, a significant plot twist was brewing hundreds of miles away in Washington. The Columbus Blue Jackets were crafting their own narrative, one that would inadvertently add pressure to the Leafs' playoff aspirations. In a stunning display, they dismantled the Capitals with a 7-0 victory, keeping their playoff hopes alive and reshaping the landscape of potential postseason matchups for Toronto. As the NHL world slept under the shadow of the Leafs' narrow victory, the Blue Jackets were sending a clear message. The battle for playoff positioning was far from over. Led by the tenacious Adam Fantilli, Columbus played with a fervor that belied their underdog status, capitalizing on every mistake made by the Capitals, who were resting their stars. The implications of this game rippled through the league, intensifying the pressure on both Montreal and Toronto. For the Canadiens, the stakes were raised exponentially. For the Leafs, a silent alarm was triggered. In the intricate chess game of the NHL, every move counts. And if Montreal falters while Columbus surges, the playoff picture could shift dramatically. The tension was palpable, and the stakes had never been higher. Yet, beyond the external pressures, a transformation was quietly taking place within the walls of the Leafs' locker room. The performance we witnessed that night was a testament to a mindset that the team has been striving to cultivate for years: discipline, patience, and composure. These traits, often absent from the Leafs' DNA, now seem to be firmly embedded in their approach. Sheldon Keefe, once scrutinized for his decision-making in critical moments, appeared to have finally discovered the right formula. No longer relying solely on raw talent, this team has learned to capitalize on opponents' mistakes, manage possession, and maintain emotional stability until the opportune moment to strike. When the game grew tense and Montreal clung to a tie, the Leafs didn't crumble. They remained poised, waiting for their moment to shine. As the dust settles on this pivotal moment, the question looms large. Have the Maple Leafs truly learned from their past mistakes? Are they finally ready to channel their newfound composure into a legitimate Stanley Cup run? Or are we merely witnessing another chapter in a narrative that seems destined to repeat itself? I want to hear your thoughts in the comments below. And now let's delve deeper into the behind-the-scenes machinations that led to this moment. The victory over Montreal was not merely a product of on-ice performance, it was the culmination of a strategic vision that began long before Marner's decisive shot. The groundwork for this success was laid by former GM Kyle Dubas, who recognized that the team needed more than just offensive prowess. It required structure and resilience. In the lead-up to the 2023 trade deadline, Dubas made bold moves, sacrificing valuable draft picks to acquire players like Ryan O'Reilly, Luke Schenn, and Jake McCabe. These acquisitions were not just about immediate impact, they were about building a foundation for sustained success. McCabe, in particular, has emerged as a cornerstone of the Leafs' defensive strategy, providing the stability and experience that had long been missing. The trade that brought McCabe from Chicago was initially viewed as a gamble, especially given the high price of first- and second-round picks. However, Dubas understood that to compete for a championship, one must prioritize the present. McCabe's arrival has transformed the Leafs' defensive unit, allowing them to suffocate opponents and maintain control during critical moments of the game. As we reflect on the Leafs' recent performances, it's clear that the impact of these trades is being felt on the ice. The team's ability to dominate the Canadiens, holding them to just 2 shots in the first period, was a testament to the effectiveness of their revamped defense. McCabe and his fellow defenders have become unsung heroes, ensuring that victories are not merely a product of offensive firepower, but a collective effort rooted in solid defensive play. As the playoff race heats up, the stakes continue to rise. The question remains: how far is Toronto willing to go to sacrifice its future for immediate success? Will this aggressive trade mentality finally bring the Stanley Cup back to Toronto? Or are we witnessing yet another high-stakes gamble that could end in heartbreak? Share your thoughts in the comments, and if you enjoyed this deep dive into the Leafs' journey, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. In our next video, we'll explore how these trades could shape the team's future, and whether the price paid for McCabe and others marks the dawn of a new era or just another desperate roll of the dice.